It was a village that barely appeared on maps, nestled between dark forests and winding rivers. Everyone knew everyone, yet the shadows held secrets no one dared to speak aloud. Among the villagers, the Malik family lived in a large, decaying house at the edge of the forest. The patriarch, Mr. Malik, was a man of strict routines and cold manners. His daughter, Amina, was the only child, a bright, curious girl with a smile that could light up the darkest room. Neighbors described the family as quiet but strict. Amina's mother had died years ago under mysterious circumstances, leaving the girl under her father's sole care. Though outwardly disciplined, Mr. Malik had a temper that few understood, sometimes controlling, sometimes terrifying. One winter morning, villagers noticed unusual smoke curling from the Malik house. Whispers spread quickly. Something was wrong. Inside, Mr. Malik paced anxiously. Amina had defied his strict orders again, exploring the forest alone against his warnings. His anger, long suppressed, erupted like a dormant volcano. The house shook with tension. He yelled, his voice echoing through the corridors, and the walls seemed to close in. Amina, sensing the storm brewing, tried to explain, to reason, but words were powerless. Suddenly, in a burst of uncontrolled rage, Mr. Malik struck her. The blow was violent, but the story isn't just about physical force. What followed was far stranger. Amina's resilience seemed almost unnatural. She didn't scream, didn't collapse as expected. Instead, a faint shimmering aura appeared around her. Villagers who passed by later claimed they heard whispers emanating from the Malik house. Some swore they saw Amina standing motionless, yet her shadow moved independently. Others described the faint blue light flickering through the curtains at night. Inside, Amina's father began to feel a strange sensation, a cold emptiness that gnawed at his anger. Every attempt to harm her was met with inexplicable resistance. Furniture toppled, doors slammed, and sometimes the wind itself seemed to push him back. The house had transformed into a cage where something unseen had taken control. Amina, terrified yet composed, began speaking in a voice that was not quite her own. She recited cryptic phrases, warnings, and prophecies that left her father and anyone listening unsettled. Her presence was both fragile and terrifying, like a flickering candle surrounded by a storm. News of the incident spread. Villagers spoke in hushed tones about the cursed house and the girl who could not die. Local elders warned that meddling with unknown forces could bring disaster. Some tried to approach the house, but each time they neared, a thick fog and strange noises forced them back. Even animals avoided the property. Dogs barked from a distance, cats hissed and ran. Birds refused to land nearby. Nature itself seemed to acknowledge something unusual had taken root within the Malik home. Weeks passed. Mr. Malik, once driven purely by anger and pride, began to change. He noticed that Amina, despite her silent suffering, had a strange calmness. He started questioning his actions, confronting the rage that long controlled him. He realized the girl was protected by something far beyond human comprehension, something that demanded respect rather than violence. He tried to reconcile, speaking softly to her, guiding her with care instead of force. Each attempt to connect slowly diminished the oppressive tension in the house. Villagers, observing from afar, noted the change in the atmosphere. The oppressive shadows lifted, the fog thinned, and night sounds became normal again. One evening, Amina confessed a secret to her father. She had survived the past incidents not because of luck, but because of an inexplicable inherited ability, a rare connection with forces unknown, capable of resisting harm, sensing danger, and protecting her from lethal threats. The aura the villagers noticed, the blue light, and her cryptic warnings were manifestations of this mysterious power. Mr. Malik, initially skeptical, could no longer deny what he had witnessed. He understood that his rage could have destroyed not just his daughter, but something extraordinary within her. This realization humbled him entirely. Life gradually returned to a new normal. Mr. Malik's household became quiet, respectful, and strangely serene. Villagers spoke less of curses and more of wonder. Amina grew stronger, wiser, and more cautious about revealing her abilities. She continued to live in the village, blending into ordinary life, but carrying secrets no one could fathom. The lesson, whispered among the elders and later told to children, was clear. Forces beyond comprehension exist, and human anger or cruelty cannot overcome them. Respect, caution, and awareness of unseen realities are the only protections against the inexplicable. For generations, villagers would recount the story of the Malik household as both a warning and a marvel. A girl once subjected to unimaginable violence survived, not through defiance alone, but because of a mysterious protective force intertwined with her very existence. Travelers, skeptics, and even scientists who visited the village noticed anomalies near the old Malik house, shadows that moved without wind, faint lights at night, and sounds that defied explanation. Some called it a curse, others a miracle. But one thing remained certain. Amina's story reminded all who heard it that the unseen world is powerful, unpredictable, and always watching.